Hello, welcome to more silly sausages with myself, Macam Cabby. Yes, being a taxi driver, I see idiots on the road, silly sausages all day long. Now, this one, this is coming back from an airport run at Newcastle. Overtaken, yeah. And yeah, I don't see any problem with overtaking at that point. But it's the fact what he does in just a few seconds later, and I'm talking about how much time do you actually save by doing this? Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand it. Just watch. It's a turn and coming up. He's just not made any progress whatsoever. I just don't understand, like, say, why drivers do it. One, I think it's just a typical middle lane hogger. I don't know what it is, but on the bottom there, it's me speed says about 5 miles an hour slower than what I'm actually doing. I mean, why would you? Why do people sit in the middle lane like that? Why do drivers do it? It's a perfectly good lane, the inside lane, lane one. It just doesn't make sense at all. But it's a habit we all do. Whether we go into a trance, I don't know. But we all do it. I guess we just think that it just blends into one. There's no lanes and we're just going to be sitting in the middle. Very, very strange. Well, he's another one yet again on the motorway. Do a lot of my school contracts on here. We see we're approaching the 50 mile an hour speed limit. Didn't move across until you see the lane starting to be diverted across with the cones. Everybody moves across like we're like a mile behind. It's like you've still got all lane one, but motorists do it all the time, even up the roundabouts. Not stay in this lane until you start to see the cones appear, and then move across. Yeah, and that's why you get a build-up with traffic, because they're losing the two lanes, the other two lanes, way earlier than what you should. That's how you're supposed to do it. But people say 200 yards time. Oh, we better pull over. Well, maybe it's a mile back. Let's pull over, and it's like you didn't have to. This is a real popular thing on this junction. You can see the traffic lights, the green arrow that's just come on filter, and the amount of times that drivers just don't notice it, and they're sitting there when we should be going. You know, I'm politely beeping the horn to say, "Come on!" And it still hasn't dropped. They will only move once the red light changes, and it's so frustrating, because this is why we also get a build-up of traffic, because drivers are not being observant. You know, I mean, how near to the light do you want? Honestly, seriously. Yeah, this one, I don't know what this driver was doing, but this one coming here on the right. Were you lost or what? It's just mad, isn't it? Excuse my French. It's like some people just haven't a clue. Yeah, this is another one. The red van in front, the white car's going at speed. The red lorry, should I say, just pulls out. Just no consideration for the driver at all, and they're the first to shout if you pull out in front of HGV. They gone hell for leather. And now nobody can get past, and that infuriates me when it's just down to two lanes. And it's like, look, how much time are you going to make up by overtaking half a mile an hour quicker? And it just takes an eternity. And now that white car might have a wife in labour in the car about to give birth. You didn't know. And yet, because the wagon driver's pulled out, there we go. And how much progress are you going to make over the next 10 miles? Do you know what I'm saying? That red truck. But the wagon drivers do it all the time. Yeah, I had to mute this one because I was like, there's some music getting played. I had passengers in the back as well. Yeah, these are all my clips when I'm at work. This I say a lot, and I still don't understand how you can miss it. It's a taxi in front. We're clearly sitting on red lights. Now look, they're either focusing on the lights further up, but that's catastrophic driving. I mean, I'm ashamed to say it from a professional driver as well. I mean, that's just absolutely nuts. I mean, now they go green, but the amount of smashes I've seen, not obviously actually happened, but crashes on this on this roundabout, junction 44, because you get drivers like that. And I don't know who they are. Lovely people. I'm not having a pop at them, but you know, it doesn't give the likes of myself a good name, does it? A professional driver and a day and that. I mean, I just don't no answer for it really. Once again, this is I'm just doing my duties at work.
That other lad says, oh, I'm glad you texted us. I'm not very well. I'm not going into town now. I would have drove up to his house and we wouldn't have been there.
Like I say, lane hogger, middle lane, the taxi in the distance.
Yeah.
Make it so complicated. I love my mate's response. That's what you call being a bloody idiot. I mean, it's such an easy road to drive on the motorway, and yet drivers make it so complicated when it doesn't need to be. Here's another one that grates on us. I've got it on mute because my passenger was in at the taxi. If you do hear other voices, it's because I've got like my mate in and I'm actually working. So this is the old zigzag lines, isn't it? The yellow zigzag lines, the pedestrian crossings. And this happens all the time, constantly. If you don't know why you can't park on there, you shouldn't be driving. And they're clearly there so that people can have visibility, seeing when they're crossing, and it just puts people's lives in danger. But once again, ignorance, they just don't know. This is another one where drivers as well as pedestrians, they don't know this is the highway code, that whether that the people who are crossing the road here have priority or right away, which way you want to say it. You know, but they don't know. And I've had cars behind me beeping the horn, thinking, what am I doing? It's the stupidest rule they brought in, that. It really, really is. I think it's quite dangerous. Dangerous. Once again, I went on about the the zigzag lines. This is the two white van drivers, and this is crazy. This is nuts. I mean, look at that. I'll pause it here, right? Two of them. I mean, yeah, and people stick up for them thinking like, oh, well, they maybe doing work in them shops, but it's tough. You cannot park there, whatever you're doing. I think maybe it's the only, I don't know, are ambulances even allowed to park there? I'm sure they're not, or maybe so. But I know the emergency services have a lot of rules they can do for obvious reasons, but you know, somebody crossing there, even when we're on red, it's just super dangerous. I mean, you got your hazard light. Look at that. He's nearly on the friggin' over the crossing itself. But yet, time and time again, they just seem to do it because there's no coppers about, there's no authorities. They don't get told about it and they just carry on doing it every single day. Yeah, this is another pet hate of mine. Pedestrians crossing when they're not supposed to. Now, these lights, I was on the run to Newcastle Hospital taking some samples. They're only on green for literally 10 seconds, if that. I mean, look.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, FNL, man.
Fucking dead.
Walking dead. I had to stop, and the rest of the cars couldn't get through the green lights because people like that just walk across when you're not supposed to. Just wait until your green man's on, and then you can safely cross. It's just people just seem to have their own rules. This one's on the ES69 heading towards Newcastle. Now, they're not doing anything wrong, overtaking wise. But the ES69,
Doing 60.
you know, and it does say 58, by the way. And it's the speed on there is not right for the speed I'm doing because I'm in cruise control at 60. But anyway, this ES69 is notoriously slow, this first section of it, just because of the fact it's single carriageway, and you overtake, you're never ever going to get any further forward for the next 25 miles during the day because it's just wagon after wagon after wagon or slow vehicle after slow vehicle.
You know, if you were a train driver or something like that.
You know, and as well, I was doing the speed limit and the overtaking because they think you're going too slow when you're not. Like say, if you were a train driver and you're breaking the speed limit, it's instant dismissal, isn't it? But for some reason on the road, we seem to think we can get away with it. But I only overtake on this road when the dual carriageway appears. I mean, if I've got to run at night, then it's a different story because you're virtually the only one on the road. And if you do see one wagon, then you'll overtake it, and you're not much of a chance of catching another one. But through the daytime, you overtake, you're just going to get held up and held up and held up. It's just not worth it. I just sit and just chill out and wait until the dual carriageway comes. And once again, the person who's just overtook there, he's not going to get any further forward because in 9 or 10 miles time, unless they've turned off, I'll meet up with them at the roundabout, which always happens. And it's just a waste of time, another pointless manoeuvre. Yeah, this is me coming back down to my taxi rank, and there's a car coming up, and you can't see it on the camera, but he was on his phone, and you can clearly see that he's waving into my lane. I'm dropping my passenger off here. I'm not allowed to go into the station because of the digging works that's going on. And there we go. Look, he swerves right over, and then comes back because he was on his phone. Yes, and you can see it. Well, there's no evidence of that. I'll let you look at that again. Yeah. But you can see it look clear with your own eyes, obviously. But there we go. I mean, people just can't put the phones down, and he was literally like that when he was driving past. Nuts, absolutely nuts. And this is another one that really annoys us as well. Once again, you do this to the wagon drivers, or you annoy them. The first straight away to let you know they're there with the horns aggressively. I'm coming up to the speed limit because there's roadworks, like 50 mile an hour. Okay. And he's right up my backside, like hassling us to put my feet down. Do you know what I mean? Now, for those that are saying, I get it a lot, right? It's like, he's miles behind you. What are you talking about? The safest distance really is 2 seconds, right? Now you count the point when the white lines on the roads leave my car, the back end, to hit in the front of his truck. Is that 2 seconds? No. Focus on the white line that's just leaving the bottom of the page, the video there, and hitting his truck. It's not even a second. It's not even half a second. Once again, the speedo says 47 because I've hit the zone. It's not. I am doing 50, and I don't know why dash cams, but yet again, it's not a reliable source, is it? Because it's not actually properly connected to the car your speedo is. But I was doing 50. And he's like right up my backside, and then he decides, well, I'm going to overtake. Absolutely crazy. It's like, and there's cameras there as well while they're doing them works. So there we go. That's a wrap up of the more collections I've been getting. I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody is, but I'm not as bad as that. Anyway, from Matt and Cabby, catch you later. More silly sausages soon.